So let's go into the axial T1. We're going to middle click in each plane and find our money slices. So let's go, the chronos are going to be down here. And let's go up one, or down two. Let's see, one more. There you go. That's what I'm looking for right here. Over here, this is pretty good. We have the trochlea, and we have like the electronaut process and whatnot. You can see the entire elbow. Down here, let's scroll down one. Right there. This is what I like to use. Right there. So we're going to plan an axial, so I want you to drop your FOV right in the middle of the arm. And I want you to angle it so that this or this line is parallel with this right in there. Move it if you'd like. It's up to you. Let's go a little bit to the left. A little more. Okay, perfect. Okay, over here we're going to angle these slices with this structure right here. It's actually the same structure as that. It's like the olecranon. Perfect. I'm sorry, the trochlea, that's what it is. And capitulum. Okay, and over here we want this perpendicular bar to be parallel to essentially an average of the elbow. So you have the humerus up here, radius, and the ulna would, or I'm sorry, this is the ulna. That's the radius, ulna would be back there, I believe. So you want an average, so let's angle it slightly to the left. A little more. Perfect. Okay. You just want adequate coverage above and below, and let's kind of center these so that the dots are right on the trochlea. Right there, you see that circle structure. So let's move it up and slightly posterior. Perfect. Okay. Looks great. We have 38 slices. 2 times 19 is a perfect 38. But we are out of T1 range. T1 range is 300 or 350 to 750. So what we could do is, let's go for 39 slices. Let's decrease that until we get to 13 times 3. The lowest, 13 times 3. Perfect. And now we have 3 times 13 is 39. 38, that gives us a free slice. Let's add one to the bottom right there. It's a free slice, it doesn't affect the time. Okay, so let's click here. Let's go into the acceleration, phase, and do 1. Perfect. Let's save that. Scan. Now let's go into the next one. We already planned an axial, so now we're just going to copy that to it. Okay, perfect. Let's check our TR. 2 times 20 for 39. That works. We have only one additional slice with the TR. That's totally fine. Let's save that and auto scan. Now we're going to go into the coronal T1. We're going to middle click in each plane and find our money slices. There we go. Perfect. Let's check if we have a better one, but that should be our best one. Now we're planning a chrono, so yeah, we're going to drop the image. I like to, let's straighten this out and straighten this out so they're both like that straight up and down, and this is flat, horizontal. There you go. So now this is accurate. Okay, so now I want you to angle that line parallel to the trochlea and capitulum right there. So let's angle it to the left a little bit more, right, a little less than that. Perfect. Okay. Now, down here, we're going to angle with the trochlea and capitulum right there. So let's angle it to the right slightly. Keep going. Perfect. Alright. Now up here, we're going to angle with just the elbow in general. Remember, an average between the humerus and the radius and ulna down here. Okay. Now, we're going to click here. We're going to select series and bring up our T1, our axial T1, or at least what we have put so far. Let's window it to the right and down. A little bit more to the right. Okay, so let's unclick update all. And now we can window this up and to the left. Let's do the same here. Okay. So, angling looks good, right? Now we're just going to scroll all the way up and all the way down and check our coverage. So, let's scroll up, So it looks like we could probably add probably 2 more slices or so into. Perfect. And let's scroll down because we don't need all of that. We're pretty high up around the humerus. And let's check our coverage posteriorly. Okay, we could cut one from the bottom. Perfect. Okay, so we're planning a T1. T1 range is 350 to 750. So let's optimize our TR, and then afterwards we'll confirm once we get the rest of our slices. So what I think is 25 is divisible by 5, so let's bring that all the way down to 5 times 5. Let's see if we're within range. Let's go up one. Perfect. Okay. Now let's scroll. We just got the rest of our images. Let's scroll all the way down, and we're going to check our coverage posteriorly and all the way up. Perfect. And then now we're kind of in the bicep region, so that's why we're cutting off a little bit, but that's okay. We don't really need all of that. Looks good. So we're within T1 range. 25, 5 times 5 looks great. Let's just shorten it up a little bit. Don't do this in externship. Let's drop the phase actually. Let's drop that to 192. Perfect. Okay, let's go into that coronal. So we already planned the coronal. So let's just copy it. That was select series. So let's cancel. And we're gonna copy it instead. No problem. It happens. Alright. Let's check our TR. 25 times 1 is 25. PD is typically like 1600 or 2000 and up, or within PD range. Let's shorten this up just because this is not a real patient and this is only practice. So let's drop the next to 1, drop the phase. Yeah, perfect. These are not diagnostic images, just for clinical labs. Okay, so we have our money slice here. Let's middle click and find our money slice here. Perfect. Now we're going to middle click and we're going to select series and bring up the axial T1. Okay, so that's kind of the money slice. This is what I like to angle with, the trochlea and capitulum right here. That's what we're seeing right here. And this is actually what we're seeing right there, trochlea. Now this is the olecranon process, goes right in behind, it enters or articulates with the olecranon fossa right there. Down here would be the radius, and the ulna is like behind it, which is not visualized in this image. There's the radius right there. Ulna would be medial to it. That's the ulna right there. So we're just gonna wait about, so this has 5 acquisitions. We should get some of our images pretty quick into that one. So we're gonna wait like, I don't know, 45 seconds to a minute. And once we get some of these, we'll start planning this sagittal. Alright, so we're just gonna wait. We're gonna get some of these pretty quick, but why don't we get started? It's okay. So we're gonna drop our FOV right here on the trochlea. Perfect. I want you to angle this so that this line right here is an average of the humerus and the radius and ulna right there. So maybe a little bit more to the left. Keep going. A little bit more. A little less than that. Perfect. Okay. Now we're going to angle this perpendicular bar with this, the trochlea. Move a little less than that. Perfect, right there. And now over here we're going to angle it with the trochlea and the capitulum over here. A little less than that. And now we just got some of our images, so let's select series and bring up that coronal T1. To the right and down a little bit. Perfect. Now we're going to scroll up and down. Probably only have a few images. Yeah, 5 images. Okay, them yet, but let go, we just got more. Try to scroll now. No, still no? Okay. We're gonna just wait a second. Let's see what happens. Okay, so did it adjust? No? Okay, so I want you to select series and do it again. There you go. So let's scroll down one. Keep going. There's that structure I like to see. Okay, so I want to angle with that. It actually looks pretty good. So now all we have left is coverage. We're going to scroll all the way up and all the way down, and we're going to check the muscle on this side. We don't really need the fat necessarily, so I want to see where the muscle pokes out the fibers. So likely up one. Yeah. So we can cut 2. Perfect, and let's scroll up and down and check again. See, now it automatically brings it up. Okay, let's go down. All down radius. Humerus, olecranon process. Okay, anyways, keep going. Okay, so now let's check this side. So let's keep scrolling all over. Let's go down more. Going. Okay, and let's go back up. Keep going. Yeah, we can cut one. Might even go up to 2. Alright, so this looks good. So we have 28 slices, 2 times 14 is a perfect 28, T1 range 350 to 750. We're within that range. This looks great. Let's save that, and we're all done. Just have to make sure you check your images before you take your patient off the table and send it home. Great work.